Hi, and welcome to this episode of the S.L.B show. I'm your host, Stephen Lee Benson, and remember, the more you know, the more you can grow, the more you can do. And today I'm going to go into a different segment. It's going to be our news section. It's basically children's literature. We're going to read and review certain children's literature to hopefully help out in today's society. So, the first book we're going to actually read and review will be Daffy Duck, Space Creatures. The copyright was in 1977. And I believe, let's see here, I believe the story was from Gina Gongolia and the pictures were from Daryl Baker. So, give you a nice little shot of this, and we'll go through this and see how everything, if this is entertaining or not. So, here's going to be Daffy Duck. I'm going to read this page right here. And so let's proceed. With a little luck, I'll be in time for breakfast, said Daffy Duck, as he rang Elmer Fudd's doorbell. I hope this is his morning for waffles. Daffy waited a minute, then rang the doorbell again. How can he be out when I'm so hungry, he muttered. And so he was pretty hungry, right? He then heard Elmer's voice coming from the backyard. Woo woo, Daffy shouted happily, breakfast after all. As he walked along the side of the house, he heard Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, and Petunia talking. Let's have a picnic tomorrow, Petunia suggested. That's a great idea, exclaimed Porky. I'll help make sandwiches, and I'll bring some grape juice too. I'll bring carrots, Bugs promised. And I, Elmer announced proudly, will make my famous chocolate fudge cake. So this is where they're going to plan tomorrow, I guess. Oh, that sounds good, Daffy said to himself. I could eat it all right this minute. He was about to join his friends and invite himself to the picnic when he heard something else. Someone should tell Daffy, Porky said. I don't know why, Petunia protested. Daffy never brings food to our picnics. He just grabs everyone else's food, then eats more than anyone. And as you can tell, he's overhearing this. You're right, Bugs agreed. He's a nice duck, but he's a little bit greedy. Daffy couldn't believe what his friends were saying. Sadly, without ever being seen, he turned around and walked away. Daffy wasn't unhappy for long. However, by afternoon, he had an idea. He would bring fun instead of food to the picnic. He hurried to the city dump and sorted through the trash. Oh, this is perfect, he chuckled, picking up a piece of old garden hose. He tossed it in his pile of other junk. At the picnic the next day, everyone had plenty to eat. Petunia poured grape juice, Bugs passed the carrots, and Elmer cut huge pieces of cake. When they had finished their lunch, Bugs suggested a game of softball. Petunia can pitch, Porky can bat, and I'll catch, and Elmer can play outfield. Oh no, Elmer cried. I won't chase that ball around all by myself. This is the next day of their picnic. We really should have 2 fielders, said Porky. It's too bad Daffy isn't here. He's a great fielder. I wish we had invited him, Petunia said. He always can think of something fun to do. At that moment, they heard a strange horn-like sound. Honkety-honk, honkety-honk. What was that? Asked Petunia. The sound came again. Honkety-honk, honkety-honk. Elmer pointed. Look! It's something in the tree. as they're going, oh no, what's going on in the tree? Down from the tree fluttered a strange-looking creature. Watch out, Doc, said Bugs, jumping out of the way. Here it comes. Good afternoon, Earth people, said the creature. I have come to visit. A space creature, Porky exclaimed. You speak English very well, Elmer said. I studied hard, said the creature. Looking at the food on the table, he asked, What are y'all doing? We're having picnic, Dot, Bugs exclaimed. That's spelled Picnic. Picnic. So, he's pretending to be a space creature. How nice, said the creature. And what are those? Sandwiches, said Petunia. Would you like one? We have just finished eating. The creature gobbled up one sandwich, then ate 7 more. Nom, nom, nom. Delicious, he exclaimed. Here's 'twas this, said Elmer. It's grape juice, and it's delicious too. And you'll like Elmer's cake, said Bugs. Cake. C-A-K-E. Is cake as good as a sandwich? Asked the creature. He took a bite. Oh, this is very good. He greedily gobbled another piece. Yum, 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 yum. You Earth people have wonderful food, he said after he had eaten every last crumb. Thank you for sharing with me. With a funny little bow to the group, he flew away over the treetop. Honkity honk, honkity honk. Well, that was certainly unusual, Petunia exclaimed. He had an unusual appetite too, said Bugs. I'm surprised he could take off after eating all that food. Like going, how did he take off? I'm glad he came, said Porky. Nothing much was happening before he arrived. Nothing else is very likely to happen either, Petunia added. We might as well go home. As they were packing up to leave the park, they heard a familiar voice. It's Daffy, exclaimed Elmer. Say, guess what, Daffy? We saw a space creature. He came to our picnic. He was a hungry creature, too, Bugs added. Too bad he didn't leave anything for you. Think nothing of it, said Daffy. He patted his full tummy, then looked at Elmer's empty picnic basket. Your cake was delicious, Elmer. Honkity honk, honkity honk. Daffy, laughed Petunia. It was you? You were the space creature? Yes, said Daffy. I heard you planning the picnic at Elmer's. I also heard those nasty things you said about me. We're sorry if we hurt your feelings, said Elmer. You really are a friend, said Porky. The picnic wasn't much fun until you came. Now that we're all here, said Bugs, how about a quick game of softball? Daffy, you can play outfield. I'm sorry, Bugs, said Daffy, but I can't. I ate too much at the picnic. That's Picnic. With a final little honky honk, he lay down to take a nap. So, moral of the story is, 1, if you have an issue with someone, bring it to their attention. If they just come empty-handed all the time and gobble everything up, that's a little rude. Manners. Rule number 1, if you're going to go somewhere, at least bring something. Something is better than what? Nothing. And if people still have an issue with that, that's their issue. Sounds like a them problem, not a you problem. Second, when you're talking about people, be upfront. Gossiping is not cool. And thirdly, speak proper English if you can. If you have a speech impediment, that's cool, no problem, no big deal. But do everything in your power to better your speech and bring something to the table. And if you have an issue with someone, tell them. Don't be mean about it, but tell them. Don't be a jerk about it. There's ways to present and talk to people in a very educated manner, very kind manner of understanding where everyone is coming from. And don't be too far into yourself. And what I mean by that is, do not think the whole world revolves around you, because it doesn't. Be honest with yourself, be honest with others, and hopefully others will be honest with you. So, that is the 1977 book, Daffy Duck, Space Creature. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. This is kind of neat. I came across this at Half Price Books here in Arlington. Kind of neat looking, but tell me what y'all think. If this is a good little children's book and some form of lesson learned, awesome. If not, yeah, comment, suggest another book. We're open to suggestions. So I just want to say thank y'all. We have now 5 subscribers, and appreciate y'all's views. Appreciate your checking in on the channel. And once again, help me help you so we can help others. Okay? So thank y'all and have a wonderful day. Take care.